So we're into April. We're into April. We're gonna have our first boil. I tapped the trees last week. You were there, you saw it, everything was lovely. Lovely time. Went back a couple days later, the buckets were all quarter full. I thought, oh, and the weather was still looking beauty. So I went back a couple days after that. Some of them were half, some of them were a little more. And then we got that hot spell. I knew it. It's early April, not even. Mid-April maybe. No, it's early-ish April. Hey, April rhymes with maple. So there you go. That's why we're gonna be doing our maple tap. Maple and April. That's what it is. It's an April maple kind of day. We're a balmy 10 degrees. This is far too much. I came out here earlier. I was in a toque and gloves. Oh, Jesus, it's Carl. That son of a bitch. I don't know where he's been. Any of you guys down in the south, you know, in Carl's path of terror? Last year you were telling me when he was down at your place, nobody gave me any heads up this year that he was on the way back. And then out of nowhere one day, just minding my business in the woods, and I was dive bombed by this fierce, mean, like the vitriol he spews from his beak, the anger and the rage. It's unbridled rage. It's anger. I don't think he was hugged enough when he was a baby Ryan. Did you know that Canadian geese, babies are called Ryans? What was I talking about? Oh! We're gonna boil ourselves some sap. You and me. It's windy. We don't care. There's a burn ban on for open fires. We're gonna be cooking inside our barrel evaporator, so that's not an open fire. I think. What? We should probably go to the woods and get some sap before it warms up, eh? See what we've got, fire up this bad boy, and then we'll have ourselves a little April maple kind of April. It's April, let's make some maple syrup, you and me. Took a minute. Wow, a lot of trees down, eh? Luckily, everything's so brittle, I was able to just plow on through. Man, what a lot of cleanup that's got to happen. Maybe, or maybe we'll just let the woods be the woods. We don't really know at this moment, do we? Also, it's sunny, so I'm squinting. I'm not mad at you. How could I be mad at you? Oh my goodness. Don't be silly. Let's go see if we've got any sap. Those of you who followed the channel know the silliness that is Canada. We're kind of a mixture of measurements. We measure our temperature outside in Celsius. We measure our temperature in the pool in Fahrenheit. When we go for a drink, we'll get a pint. We travel in time. So, you know, it's 24 degrees out. It's about 35 minutes to my place. The pool's 78. I'll have a pint waiting for you. And there's a couple liters of milk in the fridge if you guys want that for your cereal in the morning. We're a fun bunch of folks. These are 5-gallon buckets. If I need more, I've got many, many more, but I'll just have to do multiple trips on the quad because I can put one behind me, one in front of me. And the mess I just drove through, I won't be towing the trailer out because I can fit like 10 buckets in a trailer. But I fear I would be in a bit of a disarray with buckets strewn all around the forest. We don't want that. This is one of our bigger trees. Woo! We're almost full. Because of the hot days we had, I'm giving her a little whiff, little sniff test. It doesn't smell like anything, so that's good. And there's a little bit of ice on top here, which some people would throw away. I'm not gonna throw away. That's probably why we don't have a smell, because it did get hot, but if this had been frozen, then, you know, it acted like its own little refrigerator. But you can see she's not dripping. It's a bit too warm for her yet. to be working right now. All in though, pretty decent haul. Carl's circling me. I poured that slow in the hopes that you can see it coming out. It's clear. In the bucket, it looks yellow, but it isn't. It's clear. And normally I would put like a t-shirt or something over there to filter it. I forgot to bring one out, so I can filter it before we put it in the evaporating pans. But yeah, nice little haul. I got a feeling I'm gonna be making multiple trips with buckets today. So we'll just do the same. Normally I wouldn't be like, if it was, you know, last year I wouldn't be sniffing every bucket, but because of the fluctuations in temperature, you know, a little bit of bacteria-ridden sap will ruin the entire batch, so we'll be diligent. All right, another 3 buckets, and that's 5 gallons again. So we got 10. We still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 more buckets in this cluster. And then through the little clearing there, we've got more on the other side. So we'll head back to the woodlot. We'll start the fire, we'll start boiling, and then it'll take a while for it to go down. So that'll buy me some time to come back out, fill more buckets, and then Robert is your uncle. I'm assuming everyone has an Uncle Bob. I've got many Uncle Bobs. On the Irish side of things, Robert's a very, it's a very common name. I've got aunts and uncles, some with standard names and some with Gaelic names. Gaelic names that'll make you go crazy if I said them to you, like Aideen or Aoife, you know, or Siobhan. You'd think, oh, those are lovely names, but it's when you see them spelled that you say, what? What? I have a little second or third cousin named Neve. Isn't that a beautiful name, Neve? There's no V in it. You know, I have O'Sheen. Doesn't have an H. I have Tide. It has a D. And now I'm looking at chickadees. Oh, what a lovely day. Chickadees, chickadee-dee-dee, chickadee-dee-dee. I've done nothing over the winter with the maple setup here, my barrel setup. Some people might call it a stove. I think technically it's called an arch. And the correct way to say that is to like kind of do something with your eyebrow and stand on your tippy toes. Arch. I don't like the weather. I don't like the weather. She's windy. But we're gonna start this fire and we're gonna get things going. We've got 10 gallons. That'll be fine to start. Because remember, I work in, what do you call there? Buffet pans. I'm not one of your highfalutin maple syrup setups yet. I would like to invest in a proper pan, but right now I'm using stainless steel buffet pans. You know, the kind you'd have at the hotel that you'd scoop your beef meat out of. We'll get this started. It's funny, just being out in the woodlot, how much of the snow that was here has already melted. So, you know, temperature's rising. Temperature's rising. I don't wanna feel. Let's shovel out some crap. Probably should have checked to see if there was something living in there before I just took it off. What if like an opossum came at me? Well, you guys would have been like, and I would have screamed. I know this is dry, so I don't mind dumping it in the woods. That's good for the soil. An opossum does not present danger to you physically. I mean, sure, they might they might go after you, especially if there was one named Nibbler. There's a good chance Nibbler would come for you. They're not out to hurt you, and they're fantastic creatures, keeping away pests that you don't like. Much like bats. Do you know that about bats? Bats are great.
I help.
I have a splitting stump that's far too low and a splitting stump that's far too high, so, you know, does that make me Goldilocks? I don't know. Well, this is cedar, and that'll be nice to start a fire with, eh? I don't think I hit that one straight on, but I'll take it because it broke, and that's what matters. It's also kind of rotten on the inside, but hey, that's okay. We'll take it. We'll do a few splits and then, yeah, look at this. We'll do a few splits and then we'll get ourselves some kindling. I have no rhyme or reason to my firewood. It's whatever's fallen. So we've got birch, we've got ash, we've got cedar, we've got pine. We've got a lot of ash because the ash borer beetle, he did us nasty, he did us wrong. Look at that. It's raw power. It's because I had that pea meal. All about the pea meal, kids. Looks like we're getting some weather. That's some like Bigfoot tree knocking, eh? I just like to sort my stuff out. Little mise en place.
Right.
Right? So, there is a gajillion and one ways to do this. What I tend to do is sort of a log cabin off the top. All right. And there you go! Inaugural fire lit. Our first fire's lit for the inaugural April Maple Boilin extravaganza. Put some birch in there, so birch is a dirty one, you know? Burns hot, but it is a bit of a dirty wood, so you're gonna get a bit of black smoke. The Weather Network said this morning it was gonna be 8 and cloudy today, and then it said while I was having breakfast it was going to be 14 with a chance of rain, and now it just said 17, 100% chance of rain. So, you know, I'm hoping that they don't know, because they usually don't. It's been about 20 minutes. I got the old pit mitt. Here's another kind. Ooh, this one's got little fingertips. Let me put the fingertippy one on. Ooh, do you like my nails? Yeah, buddy. That's what we want. So, it almost feels like a travesty. Mind you, it was from the GT Boutique, so it wasn't the greatest of t-shirts. I'm gonna treat it like a filter, and you know what? You can always wash it. That's only gonna filter bugs and sticks. It's not gonna filter the sap itself. You can see the crap that it keeps out, eh? This is just a pre-filter. We're gonna filter it with finer filters and then finally an Orlon filter towards the end. But this is just that initial, like, let's not let, you know, bugs and twigs get into it kind of filter. And yeah, that looks yellow, but it isn't. It's clear. I mean, it's as clear as sap can be. Sap coming out of the tree is clear, but it's not crystal clear. The little bit of foam and stuff, not foam, but the bubbles and stuff you see, that's just, it, you know, when you're pouring it, the air gets introduced and it gets frothy. I must have stepped in some stickers. Ooh, that's warm on the butt. Ooh. Oh, that's nice. The weather stuff is a concern, right? All the varying temps. But the biggest thing with sap is the smell, right? I mean, well, obviously, like if it was visibly slimy or moldy, like super cloudy or brown, big problem. These buckets, while they look white, they do create yellow, right? I mean, it does have a tiny, if you can really see, it has a tiny little tinge of color, and that's just late season. Late season technically because it's April, but like early season because I just tapped. Who frickin' knows season? Zero smell, that's the game. Okay, I didn't mean to waste any. In the arms of the angel. Whoops. Yeah, we'll pour a little bit of this in. And just because that fire is licking, I'm gonna go like that. Tiny bit of sap, I guess, on the bottom of the pan. It smells like candy right here. Oh, that's nice. So this is essentially what we do, right? This is our game now. I've got my little ladle. It does start to froth up as it begins to boil, and so I'll ladle that off. Not ladle, but it's like a scum remover. I don't know what you call it. And then you kind of consider this front pan that doesn't have the same raging inferno. It's more than a pre-warmer, but it's not as hot as back here. As we go, we'll empty this over to this pan, and then we'll add more to this pan. And that kind of is how it goes. And this pan will become our sap, our master sapper. And yeah, you'll see the color change from clear to golden to amber or dark. And that's all. That's all. It's now the time-intensive process of sitting around and waiting. But I have a solution for that. Believe it or not, it involves a lawn chair and a proper, I believe, Canadian approach to all things sitting around watching maple sap develop into syrup. I've packed probably the greatest thing in the world. It's a Coleman cooler. The sunshine of the night.
I've been called the songbird of my generation.
And within it is a lime. Oh, what's the lime for, Jay? Come here, come a little closer. Okay, those of you that follow the channel know exactly what this is for. Gotta crack open our buck knife. And we've got to take this lime, and the lime juice will sterilize this knife. That's the power of lime. So you don't have to worry about... Okay, we'll do another slice. You don't have to worry about, like, Jay, your knife's dirty. You cleaned a pheasant with that not too long ago. Yeah, I know. Technically, it was a ruffed grouse. So what we do with this lime, we're gonna put the tiniest little googie goo in there, and we're gonna do this. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's a mess. Oh, it's a mess, that's right, because we're making it dirty. Now inside here, I brought Matt and Steve's Caesar rimmer. Whoops, careful now. And we're gonna put that into this. Oh, and we're just gonna slam that up against the sides. You don't need that much Caesar rimmer, but aren't you glad you have it? Well, we're gonna add some ice. If it was a different kind of day out here, you know? Could have put some snow in there, but it isn't, so I can't. Got to roll with what we roll with. We've got ourselves some fine Canadian horseradish. I brought a little espresso spoon, a little miniature spoon. This is from Canadian. This is an airplane spoon. Canadian was an airline. Did you know that? Now you do. Look at that. I've hunted the world and found the tiniest Tabasco that exists. We're gonna put a little 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Because I like a little bit of spice. Then I've got a little bit of Worcestershire. A Clamato, extra spicy. So this is like double spice. Why didn't I bring vodka and Clamato? Because I have a very tiny cooler. Why am I adding all this extra stuff? Because these guys don't know how to make a Caesar the way I like it. That's why. Look at that. Look at this now. Is this how you know life is good? Is that how you know? If we were camping, I might have brought a camp cootery. I'm unfortunately out of crackers, so I couldn't bring a camp cootery. But I kind of brought sort of a camp cootery. A deconstructed camp cootery. I have a slab of Monterey Jack in a bag. I've got a couple of Moish's pickles. These are out of the province of Quebec, and they are so delicious. You want to hear a crunch? I mean this in the most positive way ever. This is the dirtiest sour brine you're ever going to find on a pickle. I've also brought along some pepperettes. Didn't make my own. Didn't have time. That's okay. That's okay. It's okay that I didn't have time. We adapt. But it would be nice to have a little pepperette right now. That's how you clean your knife. Canadian cedar sitting in a woodlot while it's lightly raining, boiling maple syrup, eating Moish's pickles and pepperettes, drinking an extra spicy Caesar. Now, I'm not going to say I'm the most Canadian guy you're ever going to meet. I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to stop you from saying it. Whew. As this starts to boil, it gets kind of frothy. The froth is junk. So, just spend some time taking it and tossing it inside. And then it also helps to kind of continuously filter, because you see there's some more sticks and twigs in there. I'm not in a contained facility, so things fall. And there's a line here, you can see that's already boiled down almost an inch. That's pretty decent. That's the game. Drink a Caesar, check the wood, stack it up, skim it, move the sap over to the other sap, repeat. It's a lovely time. I brought my book, but because of the drizzle, I don't want to open it. I don't want my book to get ruined. Fun, eh? It's very relaxing. It's a lovely time. Still going. We're just about finished the 15th gallon. We've got another 5 to go after that. The smell is absolutely sweet. The air is touch warm for me. I suppose I could take off my coat, but it's not like hot. I really do like a crisp chill in the air when I'm doing this kind of stuff. We're getting steam off of this, obviously, with the water evaporation, but like, if it was below zero out here, this would just be pluming. That is a wonderful sight. I've been visited by Thelma and Lewis, our mourning doves, and a couple of little red chipmunks went tearing through, having some kind of a race. Or maybe they're dating. I don't know. Keep expecting Bosco or one of the deer to pop out. I do keep hearing some big twigs, big sticks cracking down in the forest, so the friends are definitely out and about. I prefer not a visit from Bosco right now because, you know, I don't want to deal with all of this and a hungry black bear who just woke up. It takes a while with my little setup. Always blows me away when other folks are doing like 100 gallons a day. And I know there's a whole RO system and everything that everyone does, and I'm not doing that right now. I'm just, you know, I'm using the technology, actually more technology than Ma and Pa Ingalls would ever use, and I don't think they made maple syrup, if I recall. Why have I talked about Little House on the Prairie so much in the last month? It's beyond me. Never even really liked that show. I didn't like that Nellie Olson. Oh. Whoo, we're getting long in the day. We're pushing hour 8. Not quite there yet, but we're getting there. So I found a little friend to help ease this maple syrup monotony.
Another one brings some moves.
Delicious. Now, I haven't been measuring temperature or anything like that. There's no point for me. There's still way too much liquid because I keep introducing new sap into the sap that's boiling down. We're not going to hit the sugaring temperature yet, so not concerned about that. Oh, all right. That was an awful thing to see, but a wonderful thing to smell. We're nearly pushing, we're almost 12 hours now. Nope, sorry, lies, almost 11 hours. Went back to the shop and got my UV gloves. These are serious business, and I'm about to touch a ridiculously hot pan. This is nearly done. I'm gonna dump it into this. I'm gonna block the heat on top, and I'm gonna focus on just getting that last little bit of sap down to as syrupy a bit as I'm gonna let it get to tonight. Oh my goodness. Can you see this coal base? If we were making some scrambled eggs and bacon in the morning, do you know how excited I'd be about that coal base? Hey, how's it going? What I'm gonna do, oh my God, that's like 9 billion degrees. I'm gonna push all the wood under the pan, add a couple more logs. Wow. This is like, that's some serious business. I think I'm getting a suntan. All right. There we go. Hot tamale. It's not a perfect fit, but we'll do that just so we can focus on getting this going. For giggles, so we're sitting just under 220, so we're still fine. But look at the color of that, eh? Ooh, we're gonna have some dark syrup this year. Now, what the old timers used to do was something called lacing. They'd do this, and they'd watch for the way it moved off the back of a spoon or a ladle. That's just falling off, so it's nowhere near syrup. But if that had started to like kind of, you know how like beer foam will sort of grip a glass? If it did something like that, we'd be getting close to syrup. We're not. Even though it looks like we are. We're not. So I think when all is said and done, you might agree that making maple syrup is a bit of a labor of love. Now, being that we're doing Maple April, it's a bit weird. Hearing the geese and all the birds, the red squirrels are going nuts. And it's a bit weird. It's honestly a bit weird. I'm kind of used to being like, well, the nice thing is we're pushing 8 o'clock and it's still bright out. Because I'd have a couple of Coleman lanterns going right now if I was doing this in late February, early March. But that said, it is a bit weird that it's not that time. Because at that time, it's a nice thing to do. What the hell you got going on in March? So it's nice to have a time where you can just go outside, do your thing, trudge through the snow, but it's not like 30 below, it's -10, -12. That's nice. I like that kind of temperature. Me, anyway, personally. No, right now we're doing Maple April. So pretty soon we'll put it into our pot, and then when that cools down, we'll transfer that pot to the garage floor, because the garage is nice and cool. Like me.
Cool guy zone.
I've done that before, but I think it warrants doing it a second time. Just to remind you guys how friggin' cool I am. Hi, you can't see me now, can you? Jeez Louise. I'm gonna put this up top. Oh, hi. Oh gosh, that's bright. Anyway. Hey, it's me. How are you? I'm gonna finish this. Not finish it. I'm gonna take it off, put it in the pot, let it cool. Look at that color though. And we're gonna call it a day. We're just gonna try and sort this out. We've certainly got a cool base going here, huh? Hoochie mama. Close our vents, close our damper. And that'll suffocate itself. I'm not entirely sure what I'm looking at, who I'm looking at, if I'm looking at anything. So, that, oh my butt cheeks are on fire. That's our first boil. Pretty damn successful. That's 20 gallons boiled down into to this pot. Probably, what, 1.5 gallons, 2 gallons in there maybe? So that's still got to go down quite a bit, right? Because 40 to 1 means that would only be a 1/2 gallon of maple syrup. So, hey, do you guys want to make some burgers? I feel like it was a good day. I feel like we had ourselves a lovely day. Put a couple of patties on the queue. Okay, they're frozen, but they weren't frozen when I made them. So it's not like these are some, you know, like steakettes or something. It's still real ground beef from the butcher. We're just past 9 p.m. So we're like 12 hours from when we threw that actually more than 12 hours when we threw that pea meal in the pan. That was a good pea meal. That's the long and short of it, everybody. Was it the only boil we get this year? I don't know. I don't know. Mother Nature's been throwing me some you know, I'm not sure what's going on. Thanks for coming along, everybody. We'll see what's going on in terms of if we get any kind of weather where the sap continues to run, or if this year has just been weird beard and that was our one big 20-gallon push. There's still a few buckets out there so we can get some more going, but if we don't, then we'll be grateful for what we get, because we're in the woods and it's simple and it's lovely. So, oh, got to flip my burgers. That's how you get them fancy grill lines, okay? This is Jay from Simple Woods Life saying, hey, if you like pickles, then, you know, you're a friend of mine. Also, are you gonna finish that pickle, or can I have it?
I think he's talking to you.